Boom, hello, and welcome to the Executive Protection Lifestyle Podcast. This is the #1 podcast in the executive protection game, and this is the largest free real-world library of executive protection content in existence. So sit back, relax, dig in, and enjoy the show. While we honor the slogan that executive protection is more than just a job, ladies and gentlemen, it really is a lifestyle. Boom. Boom. What's up, guys? So this next episode is all about what we do at the League of Executive Protection Specialists, right? You sign on, you enroll in a course, you get mentorship for the rest of your life. The reason I have so many testimonial videos is because I meet with everyone in the league via Zoom meeting once or twice every single month. And so in doing that, I stay in your life. You continue learning, you continue networking with over 500 agents all around the world. And we continue training together, learning together, growing together, doing our careers together, and creating something in this industry that I have not seen really anywhere else, which is a whole culture where we look out for each other and we share in each other's success. We contribute to each other's success. I've had multiple people in the league say that all the work that I've gotten in the industry has been as a result of these meetings and other members in the league. So we have a course coming up in November, our last one of the year. If you want to make 2025 the best year of your career, go to epspecialist.com. Whenever you're watching this video, go to epspecialist.com to get some of the best executive protection training in the world, to join a network and a brotherhood that will contribute heavily to your career success, as you will see from this totally organic meeting that we had just there earlier this month. We have meetings like this all the time, and the reports of success continue coming in, and that is literally why I continue running this school. More good stuff to come. Enjoy the episode. God bless. Semper Fi. Protected by nature and by trade. Let's go. Boom. Awesome, you guys. So let's see here, man. We got a lot of things going down, rolling into this last quarter of the year. I'll do a couple announcements and we'll dive into it, man. Let's see here. We got the all-new professional protector course that we're rolling out, which is essentially the immersion course. Let me make sure if you guys can't hear me or something, make sure you say something. Which is essentially the immersion course. However, we've added some components to it, right? So if you guys remember right, the immersion course is the course where you come out to California, you train with us, we run you through EP details for about 4 days. It was 4 days. Back-to-back details, 1-man, 2-man, overnight detail, surveillance detail, high-risk detail, so that by the end of that training, you are basically able to run a detail with confidence, and then of course I can then vouch for you guys out there in the field. So you can have an employer, you can put me down as a reference, you can have an employer call, and I can be like, yeah, this dude ran an immersive course with me, we ran 4 different details, boom, 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 and then I can speak about your capabilities and whatnot. So I'm super excited about that course. But for the professional protector course, we essentially added all of the online curriculum, training day, master's class, Rick's route mapping course, EP essentials. So it's an opportunity, one, to clean up the rest of those courses if you guys haven't gotten them, and then boom, come out and do this stuff in real life. And then we added TSCM, technical surveillance countermeasures, to that course, which is something people don't know how to do. We're not doing just the high-tech stuff that you need, like a dang, specialized equipment and all this stuff. We're doing a guerrilla version with equipment that you can get off Amazon, that you can travel the world with and not get flagged, so that when your clients are like, hey, can you sweep the room, you actually can do a bug sweep in that room. You actually can knock those things out with equipment that you can travel with in real time. You don't have to, bring in a third party, expose your client to a third party, etc. Additional to that, we're going to have a range day in there, so you're going to be able to get your exposed weapons permit and California guard card if you're in the state of California, exposed weapons permit, but everyone will be able to get that guard card, which gives you access to a whole to Cali, one of the most workingest meccas of EP in the game, right? And that guard card comes pretty quick, usually takes a few weeks, so, can get guys working within a month of graduation. That course will also have medical in it, so TECC, first aid AED, and what else? Attack on principle. There'll be some open and empty hand stuff. All the red rope stuff that we do. That we were doing in the immersion course. And then, of course, you'll get like the real world. You'll be doing your advances. You'll be balancing your cash. You'll be handling your tips. You'll be working like actors as real principals, et cetera, et cetera. So super excited about that course. It is a holistic EP training. And then, of course, it dovetails with the hard skills, which you go out there. For those of you who get the full Monty EP certificate course, EP specialist certificate course, you'll be able to then go hard skills and flow straight into the professional protector course. We currently have a professional protector course coming up in November, but me being kind of crazy how I am, I put it on top of Thanksgiving. So we're going to have to reschedule. And the wife pulled me aside and was like, yo, this thing's Thanksgiving, right? And I was like, man, all right, fine. Not everybody want to come train on Thanksgiving. So we got to bump that. The hard skills is still on. It's going to be our last hard skills of the year. So if you guys are thinking about the hard skills and want to go into 2025 at a high level, I highly recommend finding a way to get in with us at this last hard skills course coming up in November. And that's huge. Another thing that we're working on that's a little ways away is getting away from Circle. We're going to probably go into a Discord group for you guys who are graduates of the course. Circle's been a little clunky, and it's just not as seamless as we'd want it to. So that's coming. Last but not least, Mikal, you reminded me, just looking at you, I still have I gotta send you your pen. I just put that in today, so that's coming towards you. The EP Expo was an absolutely amazing event. I don't know if you guys saw the last episode that really showcases some of that. But the EP Expo stands as, I don't know, one of the best EP events I've gone to. Now, unfortunately, the EP Expo, the guy who we had doing content, just failed epically. So we're trying to salvage what we can from the media content there. And we're trying to see what we can still get. But unfortunately, it seems like the professional photos were botched. I got video of this guy sleeping while I was up on stage giving my presentations. It was bad. The event itself was amazing, but unfortunately, his ability to capture the content was just not there. So you only get one shot at that. So we'll see if I'm trying to piece together what I can to send you guys who are in attendance. As much as we got recorded of that content. And so that's where we're at with that. I don't know if I'll end up selling that. I might just make that into something, a whole different type of thing, and maybe add it to one of the other training sources that we have, like Training Day or the Master's class, or just put it up on the website and let people watch it in podcast form. So we're working through that. Other than that, things are good. Guys are getting work, and I am here to answer any questions and check in. Yo, good to see some new faces up here. What's up, Jason? Good to see you, bro. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Can you hear me?
Yep, I got you loud and clear. Looking forward to training with you here in a few minutes, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I just got everything paid for today, so we're good. We're good.
Yes. No, I saw that, man. I saw that. So this is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a new chapter. Jason's gonna be another agent out here in Cali that's going through everything with us. So those of you who are out here in Cali, Morgan, Michael, you guys going ahead, and you guys, I'm sure, will all end up catching up and getting on details together, man. So it's gonna be awesome. Heck yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. I can't wait. This is gonna be a blast for sure.
Heck yeah. Awesome. Sweet. Let me check in with everyone, man. Michael, how you been doing, brother?
Good. What's up, Byron? Hey, everybody. Been doing really good. I think I told you, like, at the expo, I have been networking with a couple other companies besides my full-time detail that I'm a part of, and it just feels good to be able to have that as an option, and to represent myself, and show my professionalism, and then just have experience doing other details. So yeah, things are going really good. Yeah, I got another baby on the way, and we just found out. Yeah, so really, really good. I mean, a whole nother reason to then continue to do my best and do well. Yeah, for my family. But being able to work and balance family life, it's more than nothing more than I can ask for. So really, really awesome.
That's awesome, man. No, I'm super stoked for you. Congratulations on the new addition. That's awesome. And also congratulations on what I like to call the second equation of executive protection, which is usually, getting guys into the game isn't the hardest thing in the world. It's getting you to move around and to find a nice home, a nice rhythm. And then the other thing is, once a guy gets in, a lot of guys rest on their laurels, so they're like, oh, I got a good spot, so I'm like comfortable. So I like that you're also going outside, seeing what else is out there, maybe chasing the pager a little bit, increasing your income, because what that does is it adds more safety and stability to your kind of just to your career, because in this game, things can happen at any moment. And if you stay in one place on one detail and stop like kind of going out there and seeing what's what, or hopping on a detail here and there, or continuing to stay in the space, if that happens, then you kind of have to start almost at zero, if a company you work for loses a detail or something weird happens. So that's wise. It's always good, especially for you guys working consistent, to still stay out there, chase the pager a little bit, and stay in the game.
I do have a question for you, Byron. So I know you said previous in your career, that's what you did, is you chased the pager. If you don't mind sharing, how many companies did you network with in order to do their pickup work? Did you have a limit for yourself? Did you stick with like one or two? Or what was your max that you kind of capped yourself at to manage yourself well?
Yeah, man, to be completely honest, it was much more like get on as many rosters as I possibly could with as many good companies, because it's inconsistent, right? So it's like
right.
You might have like Talon might be kicking something to you every once in a while, and then CLB Solutions might kick something every once in a while. Bravo might kick something every once in a while, and then Kingdom Group or Cherub, Pinkerton. And so what end up happening is, as many solid companies as you can get on, I get on, and you just tell them, like, hey, I gotta, and I'm always 100% upfront with them, like, hey, I've got my solid thing. It's my 4 days a week thing or whatever it is. But I'm always open to do some side work, do some part-time stuff. And that's my fortune. And then what ends up happening is you start doing side work with them, and then they end up liking your work. And sometimes they give you an offer you can't refuse.
Yeah.
And then I'll solve that equation. Then you go to your boss and you're like, hey, I love working with you and the boys. This is what I'm looking at. Is there anything we can do? Can you beat it? What would you do if you were in my position? And if you have a good boss that's done his job, like all of our jobs, and this is something that I tell my guys, I'm here to like further you, like to bless your life and further your career. The guys that are listening on here, Mo, and the guys that work for me, you guys know that that's what I'm here for. Like, I'm not here to be like, you're going to work for BR for Bravo and like this is your glass ceiling. Like when you come to me with an offer that's better than I can offer, I'm going to be happy for you. Granted, you don't need much proof because, I create events that like push you guys into other companies. It's just who I am. But, and I'll actually say his name. I remember Charles. I used to work for Charles Law, right? LSI, who was just at the expo. And he was the one who kind of taught me this, because he said the same thing. He's like, look, I'm here for your life to be better, So as long as I can offer you the best I can offer you, you're going to keep going in your career, but when you come to me with an offer that's better than anything I can offer for you, I'll be happy for you, and I'll know that I did my job, So a good boss will be happy for you. He'll beat it if he can, and if he can't, you'll move into something that is at the level you've matured into as you've been faithful with your current position. And a good boss will be happy for you about that, and that's the game, and hopefully by then you have some good referrals you can kick back his direction. But that's the progression of things,
Thank you. And then I do have one last question. So I know you spoke about this, and obviously with your content you put out, you yourself said, like, you're big on the social media. Some guys, on the other hand, and or companies, they kind of like don't want to post stuff because they kind of want to lay low. So I want to ask, how can I manage that? Because I there's people that I know that they want to stay low on the radar, and they're like, hey, make sure you watch your social media. Although I know everything's clean, but they just don't like the concept of say me posting something or whatever. How could I balance that or what can I say? To reassure and let them continue to be confident in me, all while, letting them know, hey, I'm not going to sabotage anything or, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's a very good question, and it's definitely one of the things I'm always concerned with, because people are always watching me, and I'll see similar styles sometimes out there in the social media sphere, and it's not always a good thing, and it's very dangerous, right? So, and if you guys have any questions, just put your hand up or whatever. I think there's a little hand icon or whatever, and I'm definitely coming around. But so the social media and EP thing is tough because you have the old guard who's like silent professional. We don't talk about anything. And it's not even necessarily the old guard. It's just two ways about it, right? And I think you understand the operational security, the OPSEC considerations. Never post anything about the client. I don't care if you're doing an EP on Jesus, you don't post a selfie with you and the Father. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't do it because it's just unprofessional. I was in a conversation this last month where we did some big things for some big people who are at the highest levels right now. And, one of the guys was like, this was an event. They're not our long-term client. We can put. I'm like, no, don't do it. Don't listen. Don't go to the light. Don't. I know it's tempting. I want to post it, but we can't, man. We can't. So the OPSEC is huge. Never the clients things. And to answer your question more directly, it's really just one of those types of things where people that are super sensitive to that, how do I say this? They're super sensitive to it for a number of reasons, but I believe just make sure that if anyone ever lifts up your skirt, that they just don't have anything on you. It's like, oh, well, he does too much social media. And then they go to your social media and it's like you at your Bible study and like you working out at the gym. And like, like it's just clean. Like, it's like you at dinner with the friends. You know what I mean? Like, it's just clean. It's just as professional. And there's just, even if they want to have a problem with it, it's kind of like me being black, like, I'm like, look, I'm going to be as respectable as I can, as competent as I can, as respectful as I can, as kind as I can. If you have a problem with me because I'm black, it is you, it is not me. And everyone watching is just going to be like, I think you just don't like him because he's black. I don't know. He seems like a pretty cool guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's the position I want to put everyone in all the time,
Awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I hope that answers your question. Do your thing. Build your brand. If your company has parameters, respect the parameters. But social media is powerful, and if you can do it right, respectfully and professionally, it can go a very long way. And the last thing I'll say on this, because I think it's useful to everyone listening too, is the types of things I suggest posting. And remember, I'm a little bit of an anomaly. I'm not really saying do what I do. It's worked out, but it's dangerous. So what I say, the safest things to post are lifestyle things. I work out. This is me working out. I like to shoot. Shooting's even questionable depending on what industry you're trying to get in. Trying to go super corporate, they might frown on the fact that you are seen with a gun on social media. I like to train Muay Thai or Jiu Jitsu or Krav. This is me training. I don't post my family on social media, but things that just show that, like, these are the habits that make me a more qualified protector. And these are the habits that make me a better person. And anything in those spaces, these are the books I'm reading. This is the workout routines. This is the martial arts. This is I like to paint pictures. These are my pictures. That type of stuff, just keep on building. When you're posting on social media, you have to be thinking about the picture you want to be creating in someone's mind, but you also have to be 100% authentic at the same time. Because anything that social media, bullets and words are all things you can't take back once they're posted. And if you post something that you're not, then you may have to answer for that and you won't be able to. And so it's this really interesting line between being authentic and also being deliberate about what you post. Not so deliberate that you're calculated, but deliberate enough to be authentic, right? So that's kind of the art.
Awesome.
That way when people meet you or you interview, they're like, this is the guy. Like, this is the guy. Like, I'm getting exactly,
Yeah, thank you. Seriously, I mean, those were really, really valuable. And the way you answered those was perfect. Thank you so much.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. Heck yeah. This is good stuff. There's some good questions, man. We're starting this thing off with some good stuff. And does anyone else have anything that came to mind while I was talking? Got a few folks that want to hop on here. Yo, where's my man? You still on here, Mark? Yo, Mark, you still up in here? It's good to see you on here. I noticed you're on the call. How is it going, my man? How you holding up out there? It's been a minute.
I'm doing well, man. It's been quite the journey. I know we just talked a little bit earlier today and this week.
Yeah, and huge thanks too, by the way, man. I hope you guys understand. Like some of you guys send me updates from time to time, and I just want to say thank you because, full disclosure, like what I do is not easy. You know what I'm saying? What I do is like running the school while running the company. I'm a 38-year-old businessman. You know what I'm saying? It's very complicated and very much trying. So when you guys give me updates and, things are working and things are positive, it puts gas in my tank, man. And it definitely keeps me going. So even though I might just be like, hey, thanks so much, I want you guys to realize it really means a lot, because what matters more to me than even the finances is knowing that what I'm offering and doing is actually helping you guys. So thank you for that.
Yeah, so what I'd like to say, man, is, it's been 2 years now. And I started off with, for those of you that don't know me, I had a little bit of security experience. I had never had any military or law enforcement background. I had 3 enlistment attempts for the military, and unfortunately they wouldn't let me in due to my vision. And it kind of like shattered my world at that point, because being 30 years old, trying to get into the military and finally understanding what my purpose was to want to protect people, I was kind of like, I felt like I hit a wall and I didn't know what I was going to do after that. I didn't want to go back to a normal 9-to-5 job. I came across your podcasts and took your training day course. Right after that, hopped on the 8-day hard skills, which still to this day is like one of the most unbelievable experiences that I've had. I loved it.
Heck yeah, let's go.
Dude, I love it. I want to do it again. So
do it again. I know that's for sure. I'm just going to yell that inside there.
I don't know why it's a little hard for me to hear you. I have some blotchy internet here where I'm at. I'm actually down in Florida right now. I got recruited for a special response team to assist with efforts down here because of the hurricane, which,
heck yeah,
dude, is a whole nother story in itself, because I've always wanted to contribute on something like that.
Heck yeah.
So 2 years later, man, right? I've gone to the EP forum. We did the conference together. I came down there with you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Met some amazing companies, some amazing people that through networking had, catapulted my career. did a few jobs for them, got some recommendations, and things have just been continuing to grow. I think it was about maybe a little over a month ago, Rick contacted me.
Heck yeah.
Dude, and that was like, can I tell you, I almost fell out of my chair when I got this message too. So
I know it, man. And that's one of the big pluses people don't think about. It's like, yeah, you're at the hard skills intensive, you're training for your career, but Rick is also interviewing you. Both of us are watching, man. You know what I'm saying? And there's no better job interview than to really run somebody through their paces, man. 100% in training. And so, it's like you're kind of knocking out 2 in 1. That's
absolutely. Awesome. So I mean, I've gone from, I was living in upstate New York, really hard to find any kind of EP work. It's just mainly guard work. And we've had this conversation before. So in literally the length of a month and a half to 2 months over this year, recently, I'm actually getting ready to deploy in the next month. This will be my 3rd international detail with a high-profile client now.
My man. Let's go.
So 3 different countries in less than 2 months now. I've got recruited onto the special response team. God has been good, man. And like I've told you, man, you coming into my life, you've been like an angel that I needed, man.
Thank you, man.
Bro, it's changed my life. So anybody that is on the fence about any of these courses, anybody that is questioning your character or any of this, it's 100% legit. Take the information, the knowledge, the experience that this man is going to give you, and do what he says, because it's going to work. And do it with heart, and you're going to see results. People are going to notice it, and it's going to go a long way. So, I'm actually doing an overnight detail right now. I got my partner in the car here with me. I've been talking you up the whole time, bro. He's wanting to get onto one of your hard skill courses over the next year here. And yeah, man, I just am super grateful, man. At the very least, like, just extremely grateful for everything. And I'm looking forward to when we actually have a chance to cross paths again and rub shoulders again soon.
Heck yeah, man. That is what's up. No, those things. Yeah, what's up, Riley? I see you up there, bro. We're going to holler at you in a minute, man. My other dude. Yo, that's awesome, man. I appreciate the heck out of it. Let's see here. Let me mute that real quick. Yo, no, I honestly, those stories keep me going, man. And I do remember when you first came through, and I remember you were hungry, and you were like, yo, show me what to do, bro. And I was like, you were one of those guys, I was like, that dude's going to do exactly what he needs to do to win. And that always gives me great comfort, man. And then you came to the event, the Close Protection Conference, and you helped me out a whole lot there, man. So that was much appreciated. But most of all, man, you have been diligent and you've done the work, and it happens for everybody else in kind of their own time, And like I always say, everything's on schedule. So like, the things God gives me.
Be patient, man. It's not always going to happen overnight. So be patient, continue to grind. And like you say, sometimes too, take everything, do all the job, take anything that you can get, take it. Right. And do it with the same level and quality of service that you would do if it was one of these unbelievable high profile jobs. Like, it's going to make a difference. Be patient and your time will come. Right. It may be 6 months, it may be a year or so, but yeah.
Yep. If you continue to put in the work, dude, just being faithful. No, 100%, man. I couldn't agree more. And I've seen some guys hang on, man, like pit bulls for longer, and then they hit that jackpot. I've seen it happen quick for some guys, but I really do think it all happens when we're ready, man. I mean, I got opportunities that are staring at me right now that I prayed for years ago. And if God had gave them to me years ago, I wouldn't have been ready. You know what I'm saying? I needed to go through a process of purification, maturation, evolution. in order to be able to not be crushed under the burden of the blessing and the responsibility of the blessing. And so I'm so glad that things have happened the way that they've happened, you know, and now I'm looking at these things like, well, geez, this is massive, but I actually know how to do this. You know, it's like, thank you. You know, so, man, I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you. I'm looking forward to.
Thank you. That means a lot coming from you, man.
100%. And it's one of the best things about what we do. We give you the training, but like good people come to this brand. And it's one of the most valuable things because you'll find like as you network with everyone in here, it's like good dudes, you know, it's like good people, you know, and then and then all we do is give you the training. And as long as you put in the work and stay connected and stay in the fight, you get the results. And it's like all I did was put you in a position to win as best I could, man. So you did the rest, man. So I'm proud of you, bro. Keep hammering. This is still just the beginning. We're still just warming up.
Yeah.
We're still young bucks. I'm still just 38, you know.
Yep.
We're still as a school, you know, we're still in our first 5 years, you know, we're still just getting started. So heck yeah.
Absolutely, man. Hey, listen, God bless you and the family. I love you so much, man. Definitely going to be hopping on that EP immersion course here probably within the next year. Anything else I can get under my belt, and I'm just going to continue to recommend you to anybody and everybody that I can that's in this industry. So
heck yeah.
I do want to get back to paying attention here with being on detail. Obviously, I'm gonna stay on, and I'm gonna let my partner kind of listen in and absorb everything. But yeah, I love you guys. Everybody, stay safe out there, and hopefully, I get to meet anybody that I haven't met yet. I look forward to meeting everybody out there.
Heck yeah, awesome, Mark, and give my regards to your pops, man. Hopefully, he's doing.
I
good.
will. Thank you, man.
Heck yeah. No, it's an absolute honor. Yo, look at all you guys on here who ain't got no videos on, man. What's up? You guys over here? Who else do we got on video, man, that we can check in with? Anyone got any questions, raise those hands. Yo, let's see here. Lewis, how you holding up?
Hey, everything's good, man. I just passed the training day course today.
Boom. I saw the notification come through. Okay, that was you. Heck yeah.
Yeah, that was me. It's to me, it was an eye opener. I'm retired law enforcement. I already told you this. I'm prior military. It's different. What opened my eyes was the advance, meaning the plan that goes into getting to this profession, and when you have your client, before you transfer your client, how you have to make all those arrangements and everything else. That was amazing to me. Like if you're able to do that, you're in. You know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, there was so many eye openers here. Lots of jewels there. So I listened to it every opportunity I could. At the gym, I have a gym at home too. So I had
really?
The phone on, everything. Yeah. So I had. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be working soon on the master's class course, and hopefully by next year I could do the hard skills. So I'm looking forward to that.
Heck yeah. No, that's awesome. Thanks for the feedback on training day. I'm getting a little self-conscious about it. I need to I want to do another one now, just because I know that one's good because the feedback is always awesome. But like, man, it was a little bit ago. So it's like getting to be about that time for me to update, like put a level 2 layer on there. So I'll be doing that really soon here. Training day, like a 2.0 curriculum upgrade or something along those lines. You guys will get grandfathered into that. And I'll probably just build out the curriculum more. Nah, man, there's a lot more to come to with that. So heck yeah. No, thanks for that. And we're looking forward to getting you out here training. Where are you located again, bro?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Okay, you're out in Jersey. I was out that way recently, actually.
Yeah, so I live closer to Philadelphia. I'm like about an hour and change from New York. So
okay.
They're essentially located. I can find something. I'm working currently right now with one of the big companies,
Yeah.
So, and we have like a government contract. The pay's pretty good. I do 3 days a week there. So I'll keep that as my foundation for now until I get something real solid. So,
yep. Well, I know I actually had someone asking me for a company in New Jersey. over on that side, don't guys get like kind of like they get like 3 different states? They get like CCWs across state lines, like to work in that like not DC, but like DC. I feel like there's like a trifecta of CCWs they get because I have a guy over in DC that I just worked with this last month. Who I might refer you to if and when you're ready to start looking for stuff.
Okay. I haven't heard of that. I used to, we have what the retired police officers training, which supersedes the regular LEOSA, that type of thing. But I don't know if that'll go on state lines. I think that just applies to this state. And when it comes to New Jersey, it's its own planet, man. They have their own set of rules here.
Oh. Yeah, well, I would imagine retired LEOSA or HR 218 would be like, you get to 50 states. Like,
right, yeah, I got that. But we have to, with the RPO, we're allowed to work in the state. So we have to do twice a year type of thing and all that. So I'm pretty sure there's more stuff out there, but
okay,
just a matter of looking.
Yeah, 100%. Well, heck yeah, man. Well, thanks for checking in, brother. Anything we can do, let us know. Looking forward to everything.
Thank you.
Let's see here. 100%. Yo, man, I mean, I got the usual suspects in here. I'm going to hit y'all up in a minute. But Ivory, how you been doing, sir? It's been a while since I checked in with you. I know.
I'm doing well, Byron. How are you, sir?
Doing good, sir. How are things over there on the East Coast?
A little chilly right now, but otherwise than that, I've been keeping busy. Right now, I'm on a week-long detail. A major artist has finished up her tour, and she's in New York City for about a week or so. So I'm on that detail right now, staged in a hotel. And so, just trying to grind, Byron, just trying to grind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I know the life, man. I know the life. Absolutely. Well, it's good to be able to, be on that grind. But I know when it's a grind. Are you traveling with this artist or you just picked her up while she's in town?
I picked her up while she was on town. She was on tour for 45 days. And so some of the guys that did the entire 45 days, obviously they needed a break. So that's where I came in. And, there's some last minute business to be finished in New York. So I'll be with that artist until they finish up their work in New York. And then, try to find the next project.
Yep. I totally understand it, man. That's the flow. Okay. Well, that's what's up, my man. Well, it's good to see you. You make sure you stay healthy out there, bro. It looks like it's cold. Looks like,
Yeah, I'm bundled up, man. This hotel room is drafty, it seems. But, it all started from, taking your online course. And there's another gentleman on the line right now, Matt, who I actually introduced. I introduced him to your work, and he actually went to the hard skills. So, Matt's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Absolutely. No, it seems like I was actually gonna holler at him next. Thanks, man. No, thank you. Thanks for that. Yo, Matt, how you holding up out there, brother?
I'm doing well, thanks. Ivory, thanks for the shout out. I was just texting you right on. Ivory and I were. I was one of the first people I met at a company that we first looked at. We were doing a house of work, and you get to talking with your partners who become your friends, and he was talking all about Byron Rodgers. Have you heard of Byron Rodgers? And next thing you know, I'm telling him I'm going to Arizona for 8 days. And it was amazing. And it really set me on a path. Like everything that you guys were saying. Byron, Ivory, by the way, I was on with the same client a couple weeks ago.
My man, it's working. That's what's up.
Yeah. So it's like what Mark had said earlier. I loved what he mention to the group. What Byron always says, what everyone here is saying, what Ivory is he's amazing, always so professional, always is the man's excellence with everything he does. It's just been a learning experience in itself working with Ivory. But taking everything you can, trying to bring your best to it, it just opens up things. Even what you think is the most boring could be the most boring detail. You're meeting someone, you're getting more exposure. I got a call to be on that particular detail at the last. It was like kind of I got back from something in Montauk, and it's just been the summer for us here. It's just crazy in the Hamptons and everything. And my boss is like, "What you free?" Texting, yes.
That's how it starts.
Yep.
That's how it starts.
And he's like, he calls me. He's like, "What are you doing for the next 2 days?" I didn't really have to look at my calendar because I know how hungry I am and how badly I want it. And
Right.
I'm free. I'm free.
Send it.
Anyway, it told me what I had to do, and as I'm driving in the city, I was like, I just need 15 minutes to leave, and I was going to miss. There was a chance I was going to miss the bus, like the artist bus, to go to the next thing, and he's like, you might have, if you miss it, you might just have to follow them up, in your car behind. I said, I don't know if that's the look you want, because my car is like it belongs in that convoy. But
we're not going to drop coverage, so you either get on the bus.
Yeah, and I said to him, I'm going to do whatever it takes. I want this to be right. I want to represent, as I believe it was the first person I heard who said these words that I'm about to say, I believe was Byron. I want to represent myself, my brand, and the principle as best. Right. And I think that my bosses see that I'm hungry. I want to do the right thing. Being reliable, not being a pain in the butt, having a good attitude, definitely makes an enormous difference. And this year was, like you were saying before, Byron, you need time to process, you need time to grow. Like, I've grown so much in the last year. This last summer, I did things that I wasn't even close to doing last summer. And just not having an ego. And also, like, we have this, as we know, we get some positions for like private drivers and stuff like that at the private household company. I sent you a couple of things. You were really busy at the time, Byron. But one of the things we know is, like, my wife does most of that matchmaking and interviewing, and we use some all-star resumes, and then they just blow it up in a bad way. They're great people, but in the interview, because they're not coming in the right way.
Right.
And 80% of it, the compatibility aspect, 80% of it is personality. And can you go in there with no ego and be a team player? And that will get you so far and give you opportunities.
Man, you're preaching, man. I mean, it's just like, I can almost, that is probably one of the, if not the most important skills. The social dynamics of executive protection, the talk that I've given, the modules that I've talked about on it. It's really just business. It's really just being a humble person and being service-centered as a person. But it is the cheat code to this game and to business. It's all about the relationships, man. And I've been in the same spot you're talking about, and then I'll not let you continue, but we continue. But, like, I've been in the same spot. I got guys with the most amazing resumes in the world, special ninja Jedis and stuff, and I'm listening to them talk, and I'm like, man, if you can't curb this ego and recognize that you have a new mission now, you're not going to last 10 minutes. They'll hire you. They'll let me put you there because you're cool background, but you're only going to last 10 seconds if you can't listen. Like, if you can't make it not about you, Anyway, go ahead. That was just, you were saying good stuff.
And I have to say that the person I wound up replacing somebody. I wound up replacing somebody on that detail, the one that Ivory and I were talking about, who was HR 218. He was supposed to be on tour, and he just wouldn't mix with the group well,
Yep.
and that provided me, that opportunity I feel like I was a last minute call, but I was ready to jump on it. I don't know how many calls you made before me, but it doesn't matter. And anyway, I've been looking forward to getting on to one of your bi-monthly meetings for a long time. It's been crazy. So thanks for letting me speak. I don't want to take any more of everyone else's time, but it's been a pleasure as always. I'm not leaving, but I'm just really happy to be here with everyone today.
Hey, man, Matthew, I'm very happy to hear that things are starting to move. You got things rolling. Because I know that there's been a fight getting, like we all it happens for all of us in its own time. But then also, just the wisdom that you're dispensing with the class, I just hope that everyone hears that, because those are really the cheat codes for success. And, you guys might have a tough time believing it, but I've spent some time at the back of some rosters too. And I made sure those company owners knew that they can call whoever they want. But when they call Byron, he's coming. And he's going to show up, and he's going to say yes, and he's going to make sure that he freaking gets it done. That was one of the things. That was one of the things I always, and they knew. They called me up, and I'm like, hey, yes, sir. And they knew he's coming. So good on you. Good on you, man. Sometimes, and you know what? You end up moving from the back of the roster to the front of the roster, because when they see you execute and they get good results, they start being like, we got this sexy guy with all the background, but this Byron guy gets it done, and the clients are happy, and we know we can count on him, and we know he wants to do the right thing. He's not going to try to steal a client or anything weird. So that's what I would say about that, man. You're dropping some wisdom, man.
Thank you.
It's the humility and the ability to mesh with those people. Sorry, Ivy. Did you have something you want to throw in there, Ivory?
Well, listen, Byron, you always said the soft skills get you paid, and you see it time and time again. If you don't have that socialization, if you can't get along with people, you're really in the wrong business, and, it's about networking. It's about putting your brand out there. It's about, I always try to be professional, and Matt and I have that relationship where we talk back and forth. We're like, well, we have this going on. What are we going to do if this happens? Or, what should we do if that happens? So it's really, just opening yourself up to listen and to learn, because we don't know everything. We all have different experiences, and but when you can come together, get along, that's when the job really gets done.
Yep, and it's more enjoyable when you're working with guys where it's just low stress, and you get along with the crew. It's so much more. It can be a good client. You get a neurotic or a high stress crew. It makes it harder than it should be. So. Yeah. Good stuff, gentlemen. I love it. We got the East Coast covered. Yo, Mark, I see you got a hand up. I see a yellow hand, Mark. Mark D, what you got?
Swift said that he had a question for you real quick, if that's all right.
Yeah, absolutely. Send it.
Yeah, my question was, I work, a little bit of background about myself. I've been doing security for over 15, 16 years. I've been a protector for over 15, 16 years. I work places that could use some of your training. I work I'm from Chicago. So in Chicago, it's a lot of places like electric companies and things of that nature that have teams that don't have the proper training. I was wondering, do you offer the training for teams, as far as active shooter training and things of that nature?
Yeah, man. So we're getting into a lot more corporate training. I actually am putting together a training for a big firm. Those same things. I do behavioral profiling along with the active shooter training, the defense training for the workspace. So yeah, man, I'd love to talk with you about that offline and show you kind of what our capabilities are. But I've been, there are some good vendors out there, but I've been looking at putting together kind of something. So a little background on me is I've been hosting big interdisciplinary training events for a few years. So I have access to a lot of high-end trainers. So we're putting some stuff together that brings a lot of those skills together for the corporate space right now. So yeah, man, you're right on time with that.
Okay, yeah.
And Mark can put me in contact with you too. And what was your name again, bro?
My name is Edwin James.
Edwin James. Edwin James, is an honor, man. It's an honor to have
Yes.
you, on the convo, man. Definitely. Heck yeah. Sweet. Let me know if you got any other questions, Jess. That's awesome. This has been a great conversation. I was gonna hop in. Who else do we have here? James Brian Ortega. I don't recognize the picture here. Let's see who we got. James Brian Ortega.
Hello, sir. First of all, I'm sorry, but I have to speak like this because it's like 3 a.m. here, and the walls are wafer thin. So, can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I got you. Where are you at? If you don't mind me asking.
London, England.
I thought so.
But
Outstanding.
I'm from Panama. I'm from the Caribbean.
Wow. Heck yeah. We're both from the Caribbean. I'm from the Bahamas now. Awesome. I actually just got back from Malta, but that's another thing. So yeah, man, where are you at in the training and training day, master's class, or have you gone through it yet? Are you still working on it?
Well, basically what's happened is I'm interested in how can I put it? So basically, because I live here, I have to do training here as well because it's regulated and you have to get a license and so on. So my idea is to do what I have to do here, but do your courses as well and pay you a visit in the US. So
Yeah.
basically, I just I'm on doing the test. Basically, I just took it like a couple of hours ago, and I missed one too many questions, so I'll have to do it again.
Yeah.
That's yeah, very eager to as they say, eager beaver, to try to get everything done ASAP.
Heck yeah. Man, well, it's an honor anytime we have you guys from over the pond coming through and training with us. I've made some really big inroads over the pond actually recently, so I'm excited and love to get your feedback and see your thoughts. And I'd love to shake your hand. We've had a few people, we've had some of our boys. I saw one of our guys from Australia on here earlier, and so we're starting to have more and more brothers in the league out there too. So. Maybe you can be our mayor of London or wherever you're at over there, out there, and we can start connecting with.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I look forward to that. Actually, just so you know how I found you.
Yes.
Basically, do you remember that interview you had with Will Geddes?
Oh yeah, absolutely. How could I forget, man? He's awesome.
So basically, yeah, I was already sort of doing research on him and stuff, and his experience. And then I saw your interview, and I've been sharing your interview with pretty much everyone. And they all love it. So congratulations on that one.
Oh, thank you, man. Will's awesome. It's easy with Will. He's just such a, you guys are conversationalists, man. He makes it easy. He did a smashing job at the EP Expo. So you'll see some content. You'll see some more content coming out with him. He came out here for the EP Expo, which was amazing. So more good stuff to come. Well, thank you, James. Heck yeah. You got anything else for me? I know you're trying to stay quiet, but thank you so much for everything.
Yeah. But for now, yeah, I'll share more as we get to know each other throughout the next ones.
Outstanding. All right. Well, thank you, brother. We'll talk soon. Raleigh and then Mo, man. How you doing, Raleigh? How you holding up out there, bro? Yo, Raleigh, you gotta unmute the thing. There he is.
Oh, how about now?
Got you, bro.
Can you hear me?
We got you.
You got it?
Yes, sir.
No, I'm doing pretty good. This is like my first day off in several weeks.
Heck yeah, bro. What's up? Welcome to the game, bro.
I'm not complaining, by the way. However, yes. I needed a day off for once. And I want to reach out to Mo real quick. I had an opportunity to work with the legend Mo.
Yeah. Stop it.
Was it a couple weeks?
I was learning from you the whole time, bro.
Negative, sir. Negative.
That's awesome. I love this.
No, it's so cool to work with another EP League brother. Because we've been reaching out to each other on social media a lot, and we finally got to work together, and it was such a blessing to have that opportunity to do that. But other than that, man, it's been busy. I've had to say no, as you know. I had to say no to some work.
Yes, that's always a good feel. It's like a sad, heartbreaking, but it's a level. It's a level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I was like, the wheel started to spin. I'm like, what excuse can I give the other company to say that I can't work it? But then I'm like, wait a minute, that was Byron's old boss. Like, they know each other. I can't do that. So
we be checking too.
Yeah. So when I told you, I was hesitant to say no, but you know, you affirmed it. You said that was the right thing to do. Which made me feel a lot better. But however, I still wanted to do the gig that you had offered. So other than that,
yeah.
But yeah, man, it's been good. You know, there was a point where it was slow. Like the summer, it was weird. Summer was super slow for me. But these past, I want to say 2-3 months, it's been busy, and been super blessed to be working in an industry with all these solid dudes. The EP Expo, by the way, hooked me up with a lot of gigs, by the way. So
boom, let's go. Come on, man. Act like your boy don't know what he's talking about.
It hooked me up, and then I brought a dude with me, and he's getting more work than I am. And I'm
that's the game, bro. Let's go. I try to tell these cats, man.
I was a little jealous at the moment, and at the same time, I was super proud of him. So,
oh yeah. No, that is so amazing, man. I'm so happy to hear that, bro. I'm happy to hear God dudes work. I knew it was gonna get dudes work. People be thinking I'm just trying to sell tickets and trying to market stuff, and I'm like, yo, just listen to me, bro. Just come, do what I do, see what I see, have what I have, put yourself in the position. So I'm so happy to hear that worked out. That is amazing. Heck yeah.
Hey, by the way, congratulations, Byron, on the Malta, blessing that you got.
Yeah, man.
That is super cool, man.
That's super Sir cool. Byron now.
Oh, my bad, Sir Byron.
You know, thank you, man. That's God is good, dude. You just go on your journey, you know. You just go, and by the way, James, I can see you now. Like you appeared out of nowhere just now. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. It's a little less weird now because, but anyways, dude, it just you go on your journey. You do what you think you're supposed to do. You do it the best of your ability. And they sent, one of my buddies who now close friends walked up and tapped me and said, hey, we think you'd be a good fit for the Knights of Malta, and recruited me. I was in an investiture of roughly 30 different candidates, and I was the youngest guy there. And we have some pretty awesome operations that we're going to try to help them out with. They're active in 120 different nations right now doing humanitarian operations. And we are the smallest sovereign nation in the world, and it's all meritorious invite only to get in there. I can't tell y'all too much, but we got if I'm eating, the boys gonna be eating. So we got things.
Hey man, I think I could fit in one of your luggages. So if you need,
right? Hey, you the one turning me down with work.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, let's bring it back.
Yo.
Let's bring it back. I said yes the first time. What happened after that?
Yeah, you did. Clients, bro. Clients be flippy flopping and complicating things. But yeah, man. So that was one of the greatest honors of my life. I got a cape now, and I'm a knight. So that's super cool.
That's dope.
And I'm gonna make it matter for the home team. You know how I am. So I can't wait for that. What was I gonna say though, man? You guys have been killing it. I'm proud of you guys. Like just walking the path and getting the results of those who walk the path. And there's just so much more to come, man. Everyone here is just still warming up. So It's good to see you. And I got some other things cooking. I'm gonna call you about here shortly.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I'm on standby, homie.
For the Cali agents, they kind of, you guys, because I'm Cali, but very soon Bravo is going to be my security company. We're already active in Texas. We're soon going to be active in Florida as well. We're going to get our licensing there, so we'll be able to bring more of you guys in all around the U.S. as well. So
yeah, that's what me and Mo were talking about that a little bit. So we're on standby. Whatever you need, whatever you need, I'll listen to you. I'll do whatever you need to do. Because it's been
100%.
I'll polish your sword, like whatever, dude.
Whatever, bro. Let's go. How you holding up, Mo? How you doing out there, bro?
Good. Just like Raleigh said, I got the opportunity to work alongside him and a bunch of other really cool agents. And that's always good. And I've always said that, like, for me, like, the best thing about the league is when I get to work with dudes that I know have gone through training day, have gone through the hard skills, because, like, you have created your own, like, way of doing it. And now I know that these guys know the same thing that I do. And it just allows us to flow so much better. And then when we have guys who maybe, like, we know, but, like, they haven't gone through the league, like, we're able to get them to understand, like, hey, like, Raleigh and I do this way for this reason, kind of thing. And that was really, really cool. And then, just getting the time to just break bread, and just talk to guys and things like that is also really good too. But it's kind of the same thing as Raleigh. Summer was really slow. I was really, like, the only thing I was doing was all the, like, the admin stuff for BRG, and then maybe doing, like, 1 or 2 details a week. But meaning as of August, like end of August, like, I've been busy. I've been working 5, 6, 7 days a week, and God is good. Gotten some really cool opportunities of stuff that I talked to you about like rates, and it's interesting, to see, like, I've only been doing this for 3 years, and, like, to have to call you and be like, hey, bro, like, I got somebody asked me, like, what my international rate is. Like, what do I tell them?
I love it.
I love it. But like, that's just a testament to you, and just like everybody else here has said, like, you just invest in us so much. And even though, like I know you, and I know just how much is needed from you in all aspects, including your family. And I know, like, your days are tapped out 24 hours a day, so, like, so for you to still give us your time, like, it's really appreciated.
Thanks, man.
Always, brother. But so the only questions I have, just to kind of add, what Matthew was talking
about. Real quick too, just to real quick say something on that. It is because it's where my heart is, man. Like,
oh yeah,
like when I get dudes who give me a message, like, so many of you guys have in the past about, like, this working for you and it helping your life, like, that's the point. You know what I'm saying? So I'll overcome whatever financial adversity or tactical or operational or logistical adversity is necessary, because, like, meetings like this are just really what fuel this thing for me, and God brings everything I need to get everything he wants me to get done. And so, this is just where my heart is. I get on these meetings with you guys as often as I can. I know I've been lagging on some of the meetings, you guys, but when it's a blessing. And I honestly believe that it encourages guys too, that are out there in the fight, that are like, okay, like, can this work? Like, because they see the fruit, so that's why, you know how my time is. So that's why I do these things, man. And there's nothing better than getting through a hard skills and then watching someone succeed, man, or an immersion course or whatever it is. So, and then hearing you guys talk about getting to work together. I felt that. I know what that's like. You get on a detail, you see your boy, you know what I'm saying? And it's like a pickup basketball game, and you get to, roll out with your buddy. I know how it is, man. So my only lament is that I don't have more work so that we can all work together more often. That's my only lament, man. So anyways, more good stuff to come. Sorry. All right, go ahead. What you got?
You're all good. But two things is one, how do you, from a managerial perspective, how do you have patience with guys on your team that might not hold themselves to the same standard that you do? So for example, I was trying to get one of your details staffed, and I'm calling dudes that literally called me 3 days ago that are like, hey man, like I need work, like I'm dying. And then I call them like, hey bro, like I got 3 days. And the first thing all three of them asked me was like, yeah, well, how much is it paying again? And I was like, okay, bro, hey man, like it's cool. Somebody took it and I hung up, and
somebody took it right now while we're on the phone, but it's fine.
Yeah. And like I got really frustrated to where I got to the last dude who was a brand new guy who was somebody that I got into the industry, and I call him. I was like, hey, if you tell me no, you're getting put on my shit list. I know what your schedule is, bro. Like, I know what your schedule is. I know you're off tomorrow.
Yep. Man.
But so afterwards, the wife was like, hey, like you can't get so frustrated with these guys, like they're just trying to make money. And I was like, listen, like some money's better than no money. Like if you're gonna sit at home and make $0 an hour, like I'd rather go and make $20 an hour than $0 an hour. But how do you have patience with those kind of guys? Because I was ready to just cut heads off, bro. Like
I have a list in my head. I have a list in my head of guys who are hungry and who are willing to do whatever it takes. It's a certain type of person. And then I have a list in my head of guys who are just like placeholders, who are mercenaries, right? Who are just there if the money's right and the situation's right and they don't have to stand too long. And there's a place for both of those guys in certain details. But the guys that are like the disciples of the way, that are the disciplined ones, that are hungry, those guys are the guys that I take with me. And so there might be a situation where I have to put 8 guys on target, and I'll get as many of my guys that I know are the legit guys as possible. And then there might be a few of those like placeholders. But in my head, I just always know who's who in the zoo, and I know what I can expect from them, and I treat them accordingly. And by the grace of God, the right people keep coming. You get sent the right people for the right times, and so I have a list in my head. Like I am extremely good at knowing like who's kind of who in the zoo, in really short order. So that's kind of what I do. And you guys kind of mentioned, you hinted at this earlier when you were saying it's really good to have like Raleigh on the detail, because then we can roll up on guys and say, hey, this is why we're doing it this way. Because what you're going to find, Raleigh got a hand. We'll hit you right after this. Because what you're going to find is that like, and it's the reason that my brand is more than just a job, it's a lifestyle. You're going to find that like, there's just dudes that want to phone it in, man. And this is in any industry, police, military, whatever. There's just dudes that just want to like, it's like they don't have training, they don't invest in themselves, they're just there for a paycheck and to look cool and try to be backstage, and they're not really true protectors. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to find that, you guys, for having gone through training and then going through our training, you're going to be light years ahead of those guys. You're going to be operating at a level that they can't compete with. You know what I'm saying? And it just eventually it's nice when you have backup on those details too, because getting them to do what you guys would do as your baseline is a whole nother kind of social dynamic battle, so that you guys all can make money and you can all win the detail. like we're trying to do this so we all look good, So does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah, no, 100%. Thank you. and then just again, like, to just touch on Matthew's point, like, it was so good. And me being at the point now where I get called to help staff details. I am in charge of the scheduling for 2 details. Like, I just wanted any guys that are kind of newer or like getting in like that,
Yes.
like that
Let
little,
them know.
like, if the first thing that comes out of your mouth is, yeah, but how much does it pay? Like, like, I might still talk to you, but like that already shows me like where, like, like where your
We
head
just-
is. Like, you're worried about, which I understand, like, all of us are here to make money, take care of our families and things, but
Yeah.
there's other, like, especially if you're like hungry and you're new. And I tell like my new guys that are fresh in the industry that you have to really just be a yes man, bro. I've been in for
Your
3.5
stripes.
years and I'm still a yes man,
Yep.
I like, the only time I tell anybody no is if like I'm gonna be up for like 24 hours. Like, then it's like, okay, like, it's unsafe at that
If
point.
I'm double booked.
Yeah. And it's like, if you want work and then I call you and it's like, oh yeah, okay, well, how much does it make? Because over here I'm making this much. Then,
Yeah,
okay,
and then
go back over
they
there.
start their hustle.
Yeah, but yeah, no, just being like a reliable dude. Because like, I have a list in my phone now, like, of like, of dudes. It's like, okay, these are my last ditch efforts. Like, if I absolutely need somebody right now. But yeah,
100%.
no, really good meeting tonight. And then again, like, shout out to Matthew, because all the stuff you were saying was really, really awesome, brother. It was really good.
Amazing. Yeah. And the other, no, thanks, Mo. That was awesome stuff. Thank you for everything that you said too. And the last thing I'll say on that is, those how much do you get paid guys? They're not the go the extra mile guys. Those are the guys that are going to be wanting to sit down, caught on their cell phones. They're not going to be engaged. Those are not the go the extra mile guys. And that's really why I separate those groups too. It's because I know, like, who's going to go the extra mile to make us look as good as possible in the client. It's going to be the just disciplined guys. It's not going to be the guys that are like, well, how long is it again? How much do I get paid again? Like, no. Like, thank you, for identifying yourself.
Yeah, and it's like, I do this because I love it. Yes, do I do it because I make good money? Yes, but also, like, like you talk about it, like, it's not a job, it's a lifestyle. Like, are you really a protector? Do you do this because you love it, or do you do this because Byron said that you can make 6 figures doing this? Like, what's your reasoning there? And if your reasoning is like, I'm here because I saw Byron talk about, oh man, I can make 6 figures, then, like, I say you're in the complete wrong industry.
You'll get shaken out.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm off my soapbox. Thank you, guys.
I love it. Yo, Rowley, what you got, man? I see that yellow hand.
No, I just want on what Mo was talking about. Like, that to me, that's like, sounds like a red flag. Like, I used to run a safety ministry for my church, and it was all volunteers. And if it's like the first one of the certain questions that they start asking, or certain things that they start to say, like, I look at their character over their competency, because more important than anything else. Because if they're willing, those are good agents. And to just touch in on Louis, I come from a military and law enforcement background myself, and I'm saying yes to everything. I don't even ask. Like, I don't. You can say this too, Byron. I've never asked you how much am I getting paid. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm going because I know I'm going to get taken care of. And sometimes those low level, like, security details actually open opportunities to these bigger details. So you just never know. So that's all I wanted to say.
No, it's perfect. And it was something you just reminded me of something I wanted to say earlier, because this is the second time this has come around, which is a lot. Business is a commerce of relationships, and 90% of the time. And I'm with you. I've gone on so many details without even asking what the rate is. Like, I can't even, that's like, it's just like something I do, because it's kind of like, I'm thinking more about, hey, this guy needs me to come through for him and handle business on this detail. And It's the relationship that's valuable, because through that relationship is when you're going to get your next phone call. Through the relationships of the guys, this is the dang secret sauce, man. This is the taste. This is the stuff, right? It's the tasty oats at the bottom right here. It's the guys you're working side by side with on that detail that are going to call you with the next big thing. It's coming through for that employer and showing them, hey, I got you if you need me. That's going to cause you to get access to the good stuff when it comes. When he's like, I need solid guys on this. You know what I'm saying? So it's the relationships. That's the real underbelly of what makes guys successful in this game. It's their ability to navigate and fortify and nurture and procure relationships. So I love it, man. Well, heck yeah. That's good. All right, y'all. I know we went a little bit over. I'm going to call this one. We got save round.
You didn't see me neither, bro. What's happening?
Yo, who do we got here? What's up, man? Send it.
Well, hey, y'all. I don't know how
Austin.
to I don't know how to do the little hand thing or
Yeah, I
nothing
don't
like
know.
that, so I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. I don't
No,
know
it's
if
all
you're calling
good,
on
man.
me.
Welcome.
So I just want to say that Riley, you got a beautiful smile on your picture, because that's all I see all over everybody. So it goes like every once in a while I'll see people, but it's just your face on all the pictures. So
All the
yeah, man,
pictures.
you're killing it. But hey, y'all, I'm Austin. So I'm new to the group. I'm
Heck yeah.
actually I'm waiting on the second half of the league to open up for me. So
Heck
I
yeah.
sent all the email and everything in, whatever else,
Good.
and super excited to get started. I'm out of Nashville, Tennessee.
Nice.
Not military, not law enforcement.
Heck
You're
yeah.
gonna probably laugh at me. So I'm actually a tour bus driver. So
Heck yeah, Austin.
so I drive music artists, and
Yeah.
so I actually had a detail. Well, not a detail, but you might as well say a detail. So I actually had a bus on a tour this year, and I had 12 EP specialists for the
Yeah.
artist, and so
Wow.
that really, I've been doing it for 4 years, and I was like, wow, these guys are awesome. Like, I think I
Heck
want to
yeah.
do that. So I started talking
Heck yeah.
to the guy who was sitting up front, and he really opened my mind up. And then it was probably two tours later that I started really talking to one, and he mentioned your name, and he was like, I've never done his training or anything like that, and he was out of Maryland, and he was like, but you need to look him up, and if you're interested, go with it. So I have, I guess, caught the fever, and
Heck
I'm
yeah.
on it. I'm on it. So my
Heck
goal
yeah.
right now is to finish the class, get certified
Yeah.
through you, and then hopefully
Yeah.
get to your hard course, your hard skills
Hard skills.
in November if the bus company lets me off. So if they don't,
Let's
then
go.
I may lose my job for it, but you know what? At the end of the day, look, there's better opportunity, So, yeah.
I love this guy. Yo, what's up? Austin with at the buzzer. Wait. And then
Well,
no,
Well,
you're
so
good, dude.
I'm at a truck stop, and I was
Yeah.
dealing with security. They're trying to tow my bus, and I said, hey, listen, if you tow this $1 million bus, you're gonna have bigger problems. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what's up, man. No, I love it, man. I love your attitude, your spirit. You're obviously you're socially inept enough to do this. You kind of got the inside scoop because you already been in tour buses, so you kind of know the vibe. You're gonna have you when you move into a security position, it's gonna be very organic for you. It's just learning the operational side of what we do. But I'm excited to have you, man. And get out. Let's do this November, man. Let's go. Let's make it happen. And let's kick
Yeah.
things off. And you said you're in Tennessee. We got Vince is out there, so we got a few guys out there already. So you already have a pool of dudes you can hop in with that are active. One company owner, and we got a stronghold out there already, man. Let's go.
Well, yeah, you guys. That's if you're in Nashville, or I mean anybody. I mean, I want to stay in touch and get off the ground running, and get after it. So I'm here.
Heck yeah! And you actually introduced yourself. Like that's awesome.
Oh, well, yeah, because I was like, I don't know if he's done called on me, if he hasn't called on me, and I don't know how to raise a hand. So I was like, I'm going for it.
Yeah, that's the way to be, man. He who dares greatly wins. Heck yeah. All right, man. Well, that's good stuff. If you need anything as well, make sure email, I would say admin at Bravo Research Group. We'll make sure you get those modules unlocked for you. get you into November if you want to. Those spots are filling up pretty quick. To be completely honest, I opened up my books this week to do sales calls, but I'm leaving for San Francisco tomorrow, so the rest of those sales calls just got kiboshed. But hit us up via email, and let's make sure we get you taken care of if you want to get in.
Okay, definitely. Thank you.
Heck yeah. All right, man. Admin at Bravo Research Group is that email address. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna call it.
My Jamaican brother, you out?
Yo, we got like hands flying up everywhere. Yo, okay. All right, Ike Tower and then James. What's up? Where's my Jamaican brother at? How you doing?
Bro, I tell you, I'm still on this foolish side of Canada over here.
Oh man, yeah, you deep cover, bro.
Yeah, but I'm getting out. I'm getting out of here. I got rid of a lot of things that I was trying to get rid of, like some of my debts and all my issues with that. I cleared all that up, so I'm putting on getting my position to try to come out there. Whatever I heard you guys talking, and what's up to Mo? He was I see him out there too, and I was thinking about what you guys were talking about when it comes down to, when it comes down to the work. And how people would just throw it off and be like, oh, no, I don't want that. Well, I'm ready to come work. I mean, I don't care about the money because just to speak about the love of this industry, and I'll tell you, like, I've done security for 12 years out here in Canada. And when I did it, I couldn't get enough of it. And I wanted more. When I finally got myself loaded up to see that Byron was online on Instagram, I was just like, this guy's running an EP? I couldn't understand what EP was at that time, but I knew that there was something that was a higher grade than just like doing a mall security job. And when I finally realized that, I said, man, damn, like finally there's something there. I was working 8 years in Metrolinx, which is a big transit company, and they weren't giving me any benefits or anything for me to stay on to the job. So I ended up saving my money and put it away. And then I saw Byron come online, and I was like, man, the best thing I could do right now is to go into what I love doing, because I wasn't getting any of the offers over here with all the potentiality that I had. I would get to work on time, kicking 8 hours a day, cleaning buses through COVID, did all of it, and put a lot of pressure down trying to stay on tap with that. When I saw Byron's work, I invested my money on the training day. And then from the training day, I was 2022 and went down to that hard skills. And man, I've been in love with it ever since. Even up till now, I even bought a airsoft pistol and practice every single day, making sure I can get ready to prepare, because I know Byron shoots all the time. And being on this side of the border, there's not a lot of people that are excited into those things. So, now I'm trying to clear my path up, and I got all my passports renewed. So I'm getting ready to try to find my way that way to see you guys and work with y'all again, man. Just be ready to work.
Let's go. Get down here to the U.S., man. We put you to work.
But I even want to tell you too, be like for sure, you have been a different transition in my life, as far as like looking at the way that you receive God in your life, the way you speak about humanity. All those things were always very important, and that's why I ended up signing on with you. It wasn't because of just the fact of trying to get all the perks and stand in a corner and say, yeah, that's me. I wanted the best of the best. I wanted to be around something where people could be able to look at you and be like, you're a man in position, and you're putting yourself in a place where you're trying to, exercise being a better version of yourself, not just yesterday, but today and the next day and going forward. And every time I look at your work, I always say, man, damn, I look back at the videos of when I went and did the hard skills. And I went out and got business cards made up. I put the EPS League symbol on my business card and handed it out to as many people as I can. I even started working for Sentinel Security with Constantine. And I worked with him for a little bit. And then they put me in a place called Palladium. And all of a sudden, one day, Drake's son walks in. And he had the bodyguards rolling beside him. And he saw me working. And he was like, they were getting ready to leave. And I was like, you guys need some help? He's like, yeah. He actually pointed me out. I was like, can you help us out? Because we want to get into like the areas where he can get his credit and put money on his card. So I moved everybody out to the side. And I was like, all right, cool. That he got all his perks, what he needed, and they were getting ready to leave. When they were getting ready to leave, the guy was like, "You have a business card?" I was like, Yeah, it's like in the business card. That was Drake's son's bodyguard that came in.
Detail. That's awesome.
And I was just kind of like, I know I could do this, and I was
Yes.
really, really proud of that, and I've been holding on to that ever since. And I'm going to the point now of just trying to clear my name out here, get rid of all my stuff that belongs here, and try to be full time out there with you guys. Because
Let's go.
this is I don't stop watching the videos, be all the stuff you keep on promoting. I put it up and I throw it on my page too on Facebook. My Instagrams got shut down. I don't know what they did with my accounts, but they apparently they just got rid of them. So I had to restart all over and try that up and get this whole networking thing back on my phone. But I wanted to make sure I got a new iPhone with nothing on it. So I'm gonna come there, B, and you're gonna show me what I could do with that phone that is brand new, and I can set it up so it's just security. And and I want to be able to, put in the work to continue pushing this effort, man, and get into that emerging course, get into the rest of it, and just try to pull it all out. I got nothing else left, man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm here, man. I appreciate you, Ike. Thanks for rolling with us over the years, man. We're gonna get it figured out. Heck yeah, brother.
I'm not stopping as long as you've been coming on this line here all the time. This helps me to stay fluid too. All the meetings and stuff that you had, and I know I've been backed up with some of them, but I'm trying to every time to stay on and stay marketed with you guys, man, because this is the team. This is something I became a part of. I was a part of that hard skills. This is a brotherhood here, man, and I miss that stuff. They don't have that over here. So I'm coming. I want to come home. Shoot.
Yeah, 100%. All right, then, brother. It's an honor. I think we got one more hand and we got to wrap it up. But I love you.
I love you too, man.
Yeah.
Keep your head up, bro.
Yep. Likewise, my man.
All right.
Yo, James, what you got? Last save round.
Hey, hello. Thank you very much. So basically, it's difficult to summarize, but first of all, before I forget, thank you for the work you're doing. I've been through a really difficult time, especially last year. And when I found your work, I've been sort of following your work, and it has been very, very inspirational in so many ways.
Wow.
I'll get to talk about it another time. But basically, it's been amazing to see your energy and your sort of dedication to the industry and your professionalism in all areas. Yeah. So thank you for that. It's been amazing. I've been sharing your work, not just with friends, but people I just meet like 5 minutes later. If I have a little bit of a gut feeling that they could be a potential, we call it CP here, by the way. So if I say CP, I mean EP. Yeah. By the way, I don't know if you can see those books there, Close Protection. So
I was already reading them. I love it.
So basically, I immediately send them a video of yours, and I tell them, look, look at this guy, see what he's about, and if you like it, then we can talk more about it. So I've been trying to help people, get into the industry and so on. So just so you know, you've been a channel, I guess I can call it that way. So the other thing is
Thank you for that. That's huge.
Well, thank you. I mean it. Yeah. So the other thing, very important. I can't stop saying boom every time.
It's contagious, man. Boom. I love it.
So thank you for that too. And also, basically, I have like 2 questions which are related actually. So I'm the kind of guy who, I love traveling, and in the sense that I don't mind even moving countries and so on for work. And here in the UK, there are companies that offer you work outside of the UK, but you work here, you do your taxes here, et cetera, and you're basically working for them. You work as self-employed, pretty much the same way as you do in the US. And if I don't know, if there's a job in South America or Africa or Asia, whatever, you just go, yeah, no problem. But when it comes to working through, say, you or any other provider outside of the US, so let's say you have a job in Brazil or something like that, and then how does it work? Because obviously you are based there. So do you only take people who live in the US, or would you be able to take people who live outside? And the other way around, if I'm available to work in the US to do a gig or something, how does it work? Because obviously, if you don't have a work permit and so on, the way it happens is, for example, I'm training TSTM as well. So, so if I were to go, say, to Canada, I think Isaac just mentioned Canada. I'm not there on a working visa, but it's a business trip, if that makes sense. So I don't know how it would work. And the other question is, again, for next year, I want to go to as many trainings and events that you organize. So, like, when would be the best month? I'll try to have that month available to try to do hard skills and also to go to a sort of a meeting or whichever. So I don't know if I need to separate 2 months of the year and keep them on standby. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So yeah, the traveling thing is kind of tough. Usually what we'll do is I'll bring some guys out as consultants, but I'll have a team there on ground that's handling all of the licensed EP work. So wherever we're going, well, I'll have myself or one of the other guys will go with the client, but we will meet with an EP team on ground who's actually doing the work, right? So the rest of us are just traveling with the client, and we are met by the security team, and the team on ground has the licenses and all that different stuff. And so that's kind of how we run it internationally, and even state to state a lot of times. We just did a big DC thing, and I took a few guys out there as consultants for quality control, and we, had multiple days with anywhere from 15 to 17 EP agents running simultaneously. And my Cali guys just basically made sure everything ran smooth, but the guys from that state did the first line EP work, right? And then your second question, yeah. So we right now are getting ready for our final in-person training of the year, which is going to be the the hard skills intensive and all that. I'd say once that's done, then we'll put out the schedule for next year. I generally have been aiming to do the EP Expo in November. So I could, it's all still in the air, because I might move the EP Expo earlier in the year to make sure that there's plenty of time away from the post-protection conference, which is another big conference, EP conference here. But more than likely, knowing me, October, November will be the expo. We'll have at least one hard skills and professional protector course per quarter. So there'll be hard skills, professional protector, and if you take all of it, you get the executive protection certificate course, which is the highest level of training our school offers, which is a 20-day workup, a 20-day training workup. So it's pretty awesome.
I'm up for that.
Okay. All right.
That's the one I want. So when would that be? That 21 day?
Yeah, we're going to do next year. It'll be one of them will be in Q1. One of them will be in, every quarter I'll do one of those. So that calendar will come out probably December, November, like right after I get done with this last November training. So I want to get as many guys into the okay. All right, Jay.
Amen.
Yeah, man, let's go. It's a blast. Raleigh and some of the other guys went through it, and it's been awesome. So heck yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad we're connected. I'm glad you found us, through that podcast that we did with Will Geddes and all those things. So it's an honor. Thank you. All right, gentlemen. Heck yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time and attention, y'all. I got to pack for San Francisco tomorrow, so I'll be looking forward to our next meeting. You guys put a lot of gas in my tank, a lot of encouragement, a lot of positive impacts. I'm going to try to get back to getting these in 2 times a month, but right now it's looking like once a month is about all I can do. And we'll keep hammering, keep building. So more good stuff to come, man. God bless. Semper Fi, and good night. Yo, we'll talk soon. It's an honor. Boom! Quick shout out to our sponsor, Staccato. My first pistol sponsor. I've been sponsored by a lot of companies, right, over the years. But when it comes to pistol, that's my bread and butter. Pistol is something I believe in. I'm a competitive shooter. We're shooting anywhere from, 800 rounds a month type of thing, right? So Staccato, being what I believe, is one of, if not the most complete handguns you can put in your hand. It's got every component that a handgun could have, should have. They're actually extremely dependable now that they've made some changes, and these things are straight up tack drivers. If you're looking for a pistol that will do as much of the work for you as a piece of hardware can, obviously you have to have the marksmanship and all the different things, but different guns perform at different levels. And I want to say that Staccato is one of, by far, for sure, take it from a competitive shooter, we're shooting the highest volumes of rounds constantly right now. Not used to have a background guy, but like right now, when you go shoot, you're going to see certain brands. Staccato is one of, if not the highest performing firearm that is both CCW, duty ready, and also competitive ready. So I want to give them a shout out. If you guys are looking for a good handgun to build your skills on top of, go check out Staccato. Much love and respect. Boom. When it comes to the technology you use to protect your home, there's nothing better than Deep Sentinel. AI-driven, human-monitored technology that will keep you and your family safe for the same price you're paying for whatever Ring doorbell system you have. Check out Deep Sentinel. It's such an honor to join forces with these guys. They should be in every single house in the world. Get real-time Overwatch for you and your loved one. And for 10% off, depending on when you're watching this, don't forget to use code Byron at checkout. Boom. And to support this podcast, go to executiveprotectionlifestyle.com and contribute to our Patreon account. That Patreon account is what helps me make this podcast possible, contributing to this brand, what we're doing here, making it so that I can bring better guests on, making it so that we can plan more events and just expand the contribution to the private security industry, and also to making America a safer place. Do whatever you can, contribute whatever you can, because it makes all of these things possible. Thanks for those contributions.